Okay, so next up, reading and writing. तो as I said, सोया नहीं था मैं रात में. सुबह I just took a bath around 7 and I started reading Ego is the Enemy. I think I read around 10-12 pages. पहला chapter complete किया मैंने. It was just a prologue of why he was writing that book, why the author is writing that book. And there are few lines that like really stayed with me. Day one. So one was that of course I encountered a lot of words, and उन words को initially I wrote them down in my diary. So and फटाफट से again and I have also tried to upload the sessions, like time-lapse video of me doing these study sessions, these reading sessions. Initially मुझे नहीं पता था time-lapse कैसे काम करता है, so I fucked it up a lot, but I think now I got a hold of कि time-lapse काम कैसे करता है. So we should be good. So the idea is कि सारे study sessions को मैं record करूँगा time-lapse format में, and I'll just upload it. And all those time-lapse video will have the duration of the study sessions that I have, so that it'll be out that how much time I'm giving to what. Anyways, coming back, so these were the words that I wrote down while I was reading. Once I finished reading, I looked into the meaning of these words. Again, I didn't Google it, I just clawed it. So basically I searched it on LLM, Claude, and these are the meanings. And there were two lines that from the today's reading that stuck with me. So first is, virtue begins with understanding and is fulfilled by courage. So this is so true, especially the first line, virtue begins with understanding. So virtue I mean, it is just so true. And for me this has always helped, because I am someone who thinks I really don't know how to put it in words, but I would want, like, okay, let's just scrap that. I think so virtue begins with understanding. This was one that stayed with me. And second one, which I think will stay with you guys as well, is we might not ever be straight, but we can strive for straighter. We might not ever be straight, but we can strive for straighter. नींद आ रही है शायद. Now this was in terms of ego, right? But just think of it, this applies everywhere. We might not ever be smart, but we can try to be smarter. We might not ever be kind, but we can try to be kinder. We might not ever be what? We might not ever be great. Of course, we can try to be greater. So basically this is telling that just improving ourselves. And ourselves means better than ourselves, better than we were yesterday. And this is something that I will try to do in all this exercise that I'm doing right now. Also, जो ये words थे उनको again I created a PDF out of it. Again, cloud came to the rescue, and I created a PDF out of it. And on PDFs here I have created these like word cards like these. So the words that I have read like is epiphanies. So epiphany is usually positive. So a sudden moment of clarity or enlightenment, a sudden understanding of truth or meaning. She had an epiphany while reading the book. Suddenly everything made sense. So I had an epiphany while I read this line, and suddenly I realized that we should strive to be better versions of ourselves daily. And then we have admonish. Admonish is less harsh than criticize, but more serious than suggest. So basically, to warn someone about their behavior or action, to scold gently but seriously. So basically, admonish is you disapprove something you disapprove of something to someone gently. So the teacher admonished the student for not completing homework, right? Her mother admonished her about staying out too late. So you disapprove of something, but you're disapproving of it not in a harsh way, not in a criticizing way, but in a gentle way. So that's where admonish is. Then we have precipice. So precipice is a very steep cliff or edge. So basically brink. Literal meaning a steep vertical drop, a cliff. That's what I said, a cliff. Figurative meaning a critical or dangerous situation, the brink of disaster. So the mountain climber avoided the precipice by taking a safer route. I avoided the precipice by starting my journey of fixing my life. So precipice, that's what precipice is. So basically steep cliff or edge, especially one that is dangerous. Then we have sputter. Sputter is basically budbudana, to literal meaning to make rapid explosive sounds, or to speak in a confused or angry or flustered manner, right? The candle sputtered as the wind blew through the room. I am sputtering because I am speaking my heart out, or I don't know what to speak. I went onto the stage without being prepared, and that's why I was sputtering. Then we have, similarly we have other words. Again, I will do these words only videos for myself कि word मुझे याद रहे. But yep, so for reading and writing we had success criteria as daily newspaper. So this I was not able to do. I'll just add here name Kate, day 1 reading and writing, daily newspaper I could not read, and book I did read, words I did learn. So for the next 30 days 60 new words. So I think today I learned what, about 9 new words. So I think these दिन में 7 तो हो ही जाने चाहिए, and I want to have command over these words. So yep, so daily newspaper is something that I'll try to I'll not miss tomorrow. So this one, yep. So that was it for the reading and writing portion.